Are you thinking about facing Cam Newton this week?
I'm excited. Growing up, I always looked up to him, so I'm definitely excited to play against him.
Faced him a couple times last year. You maybe thought you were going to face him week 1 this year before all that went the way it did. So just having that experience against him.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Just to play against him and you see what type of player he is. Actually playing against him. So we know he's Cam. He's going to talk. He's going to compete, and we're definitely up for the challenge.
When Eric was out here a few minutes ago, he was talking about how Cam has a way of getting under your skin as a defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that have you experienced, and how eager are you to, for lack of a better term, shut him up?
Just me personally, he doesn't really do it to me too often. Just in a few games, I played against him. But like I said, 8th grade, when he was at Auburn, I was that kid back of the class looking up YouTube videos, watching him, his highlight tapes. So I'm still that fan of him. So just to go out there and compete against guys you looked up to is definitely fun. So, but he's Cam. He got a personality, but at the end of the day, he loves to compete. And if anybody knows that, I know that because I watched him quite a bit. So I'm definitely excited.
What do you remember the most about when you faced them last year? What do you remember the most that was maybe challenging when you faced him last year when he was with the Patriots?
I remember last year that we didn't know exactly how they were going to use him in the run game. So that first game, it was pretty much we would come back to the sideline and try to coach it up, but it's pretty hard to do that, just the way they were doing it. And then remember the second game, we coached up and we did a better job of containing them. So at the end of the day, he's still Cam Newton. He can run the ball, he can throw it, strong arm. He's a veteran, so we definitely have to get after him and just throw different looks at him. So we're definitely excited.
What about the dual threat that McCaffrey presents to your defense? Guy who's been successful for a while now in this league.
You want me to just talk about McCaffrey? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, about McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best backs in the league. He can take it 90 yards on a run play, or he can catch a bomb for 60 yards and receiving. So he's one of those guys that it's pretty hard to stop him. You really have to just contain him and limit his plays. So it's going to be definitely a good challenge for him. I'm excited because I cover a lot of running backs, and it's my first time going against him. So I'm definitely excited to go up against him and just see where I stack up against him. So that's definitely be a fun one for me.
Jerome, what's more challenging from your standpoint in terms of defending a scrambling quarterback, an incredibly fast guy like Lamar Jackson, or a really big guy like Cam Newton?
What's challenging?
What's more challenging?
For me, it's not really me. It's not really challenging for me per se. It's more the D-line. Our D-line does a great job of containing those guys and knowing the game plan and just following the game plan. So if I have to give anybody credit, it's our D-line. They come in and they ready to work, and they know how important it is to contain a guy like Lamar. They know how important it is to squeeze the pocket on a guy like Cam. So I give it all to them. But if I had to say what's the most challenging, I'm going to give it to the young guy that's running a 4.2 or something like that. So Lamar, he's definitely the challenge. But the one thing about Cam is he has something to prove. I think a lot of the media takes away from his talent now that he's older. He's still got a strong arm. He has a bright mind, so he's seen it all, and he has that hunger of that chip on his shoulder. So I'm gonna give it to Lamar, but I'm definitely still gonna give it to Cam.
If I may, so when you found out that he was re-signing with Carolina, did it immediately flash on you that we're playing them in a few weeks?
Yeah, it definitely did. I was just happy for him just to get back in the league. But it was definitely cool just to see we're definitely playing them later, and this week is this week, and now it's time to get it done.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.